All right, what's up, Aztecs? Welcome to another episode of Stoking the Fire with your favorite Tony.
And Marissa?
So today we're going to talk about the new video that just came out a couple weeks ago. It's called F-Bombs for Feminism. I don't know if you heard about it.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, so it's about a bunch of girls in princess outfits, and they're kind of telling us all these statistics about gender injustice, inequality, like gender pay gap, sexual assault, rape, and all that stuff. And they do this while they're dropping F-bombs and swear words. So there's a lot of controversy surrounding, so we're just kind of talk about the controversy. So I asked you, Marissa, are you all for it or are you against it?
I have to say that I'm kind of against this video because, yeah, I'm sorry about that. There is this whole stigma where, if an 8-year-old girl shocks you but gender inequality doesn't shock you, then you need to rethink your priorities. Well, this PSA isn't so much about gender inequality. I feel like it's more about just shocking the audience. And with this video, when I watched it, the one thing I didn't remember was gender inequality. I remembered 8-year-old girls and 8-year-old boys using language that they don't understand. And that's what stuck with me, not their entire overall message. And I think that's where the PSA fails. And at the same time, they're using kids or exploiting kids just for the sake of a video that technically isn't really a PSA, but more of an advertisement for their T-shirts.
See, I think the shock value kind of works in a way, and also about the children kind of, being exploited. I think logically they're child actors, so they're being paid to do it. There's consent there. But I think the shock value also kind of adds a dimension to it in that the gender perception of children is that young girls shouldn't swear, do unruly things that boys do. So I kind of like it that it breaks the stereotype, and that they enforce this idea of a gender stereotype by having them wear kind of princess outfits and being girly, or quote unquote what girly is supposed to be, and saying swear words, things that aren't acceptable for girls. So it kind of breaks stereotypes, makes them equal. And I don't know if you saw this, but there's a boy in the video too with a princess dress on. So it breaks gender stereotypes in that way too. So I think the more we break down these stereotypes, the more equal we'll get with each other. So I think that's a thing that the video does very well in addressing. So
Right, but at the same time, you have to also think about the upcoming generation. And when kids watch these videos, watch other 8-year-old kids using this type of language and talking about things that they really don't understand and won't be able to comprehend. I mean, what really is this PSA addressing then? Or what is this really PSA accomplishing? Because kids are they're like sponges. They're very influenced by other kids and other people. So when a kid hears a video about a kid cussing and it's being celebrated, they're going to think, oh, I can use that language too. I have no idea what gender inequality is, but yeah, I can definitely use that language. So
yeah, well, I guess you do have a point. I think the method in which the message was supposed to be brought out, it could have been better. I'm not gonna lie, could have been better.
But the overall message was a good one.
Yeah, and I like the shock value. Sometimes we need a shock society to make change happen. So exactly. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Right?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Catch you next week.